a lot of people, again, I was on a break for the last couple of weeks, and I did my first show yesterday in a long time. And a lot of people have asked me to talk about, as they put it, drama. Okay, now, I looked into this, and drama is not the word I would use, okay? But either way, again, I was on a show a couple of weeks ago, and people asked me what I thought of this drama going on with the show. I'm going to be honest, I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. I immediately went on vacation. I come back, and people are like, you have to talk about this. It's crazy. So I'm like, fuck it, fine. I'll look into it. A couple people, they sent me some videos, I'm like, you know what? I had insomnia last night. I decided to look into it. So I'm going to be talking about this iilluminaughtii person, this YouTube channel called iilluminaughtii. Now, I've never heard of this person. Now, I'm going to be honest. I went on a show that apparently she's a host on. I've never seen a single episode of the show in full. I've seen some clips, right? And I know I watch the other people's regular shows, except for one of the other people, but I don't know this person. But people kept asking me to cover it because apparently it's something that I should talk about. And I understand why now, okay? I understand why, because this is some fucked up shit. Okay, so I'm going to get myself some views. I'm going to get myself some ad revenue. And I'm going to jump on the cash cow known as the iilluminaughtii drama. Now, again, I would not use the word drama here. Drama, to me, is, like, I forgot to put away the dishes and, there's, like, mold growing on it. I don't know. That's drama. Like, that's just... Drama is, like, I was supposed to go to your appointment and I slept in and I forgot and, you were looking like a deer in headlights on stage because I wasn't there. That's drama, okay? I want everyone to understand this is not drama, okay? This iilluminaughtii thing, not drama. I also just want to say, I don't care if this burns any bridges with any shows. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, okay? Because I was so personally offended by this, very personally offended, that I don't care if this burns any bridges. So if it does, fuck it, whatever. It happens. But I'm going to get myself involved because I want some free views and ad revenue. I'm like, I could use some money here. So again, people sent me all these videos. I don't even know where to start. I'm not going to be reviewing the subject material. This is not going to be like one of those 5-hour videos where I watch everyone else's videos and then do my own 5-hour video on the end of it. Right. But I've got like this like, I guess you could say it's like a Cliff Notes version of the situation. But really, ultimately, I'm going to tell you, I don't care about anything other than like this one aspect of it. But in order to talk about this aspect of it that I personally think is worthy of cancellation. Yeah, that's right. Cancel. I'm going to cancel this bitch. You need to have some other context. So again, if you want the full story, I'm sure that there's 9,000 7-hour-long video essays that you can look up on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, and Tumblr, and all these other websites. I'm sure you could look them up. But here's a Cliff Notes version. So this streamer, who I've never heard of before going on this show, is called iilluminaughtii. Now, this is a website. This is called youtube.fandom.com. This was sent to me as a reasonably neutral Cliff Notes, okay? Now, again, I'm not going to get into this whole thing. So apparently she had this controversy with Legal Eagle, who the only thing I've ever seen of Legal Eagle is his Better Call Saul videos. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of Legal Eagle. Never heard of the other bitch, okay? But apparently after this Legal Eagle thing, right, she made this video. Right? Now, again, this is what people sent me. People are saying I should talk about it because I was on this show or whatever. And you know what? Honestly, I wasn't going to talk about it until I watched the video in my insomniac, state last night. So she made this video. This is called iilluminaughtii Exposed. Now, you can go watch this video if you'd like. Again, I've never heard of this person. I'm not going to lie to you. Like a month ago, I'd never heard of this person. I don't follow any of these people. I don't know any of them. I don't care about any of them. But in this video, you can watch this whole thing, blah, blah, blah. In this video, she apparently has like this falling out with like this collaborative network that she was involved with called Sad Milk. I think. Let me go back here. Sad Milk, which now, as someone that likes names, I'm a huge fan of names. I love names. I think names can evoke a lot of Sad Milk. I'm just going to be honest. Like, that is the most Zoomer, cringy YouTube collab network I've ever heard in my life, okay? Wow. Sad Milk. Now, again, everyone involved, iilluminaughtii and everyone else, The Click and all these other people, what the fuck were they thinking when they came up with the name Sad Milk? That's my first question, okay? But the reason why I have decided to talk about this one is because in this video, she admits, she posts a suicide note of someone sent someone else a suicide note. She stepped in and leaked somebody's suicide note, and then proudly admits that she called the cops on this guy who was suicidal. Now, this is where I got so offended, I decided I'm going to make a video. Now, I could scroll through and get you the exact moment, but instead, we can scroll down to this drive file. Now, again, okay, so for context, she's apparently making this video as a way to say sorry to the legal eagle. And in the video, she admits to calling the cops on someone and leaking their suicide note. So I just want to say this. As someone who is tangentially related to left-wing YouTube, I feel it is incumbent upon me to say that this person is garbage and should be excised from the internet, okay? That's just my opinion. Now, I'm willing, if she makes a follow-up and says, well, I called the cops on this person, and I regret that. I didn't know that calling the cops on someone who's suicidal could get them killed, whatever. I think, personally, that's attempted murder. If you call cops on someone who told you in confidence that they're thinking of killing themselves, as far as I'm aware, as far as I'm concerned, I view that as attempted murder, okay? That's just my opinion. You can disagree if you'd like, okay? That's fine. If she wants to lay out a 17-hour video essay on why calling the cops on someone who told you in confidence that they're suicidal is not attempted murder, I'm willing to watch about 13 seconds of it. But in this video where this is like, the thing about this that's insane to me is that, like, this is all like an unforced error. You know what that term is? An unforced error. Like you fuck up, but it's like, it's like, imagine like you're cooking, right? And you drop an egg. Damn, it happens. It's an error. Okay? It's an error. But you know what? It's not really an unforced error. I mean, you gotta have breakfast, whatever. So it's an accident. Accidents happen. But this whole thing, to me, it screams, I need attention, and I'm going to do so in any way possible. So much so, I'm going to go into the fucking description. And now, again, you can click this. I am not going to click this. But in her own description, she has a Google Drive link, which is like a shitload of private messages between people that are having mental health crises, where she is harassing and abusing them, and then later calling the cops on them. Now, again, if you live in the United States and you have a gun in your possession, and cops know that you have a gun in your possession, and they know that you are having a mental health crisis, that is a death sentence in the United States. That combination of information is a death sentence. It always has been, and it always will be, unless cops are fully dismantled, okay? So the way now again, I could sit here and do a fucking 18-hour react video. I'm not going to do that. So if you don't know the context, feel free not to watch. It's all good. So she basically created this collaborative network where she stole a bunch of people's livelihoods, forced them to live in a house with her to make shitty YouTube videos for a garbage YouTube channel. And then all of a sudden, these people are not having a good time. She continues abusing them. And as they try to leave, she calls the cops on them after intercepting a suicide note, knowing full well that they have a gun and they're planning to use the gun to kill themselves. Now, again, is it a complicated subject? What do you do when you know someone is suicidal? You don't call the cops. I'm sorry. You just don't call the cops. You call a friend. You call a family member. You talk to them personally. You don't call the cops on someone with a gun and is having a mental health crisis, okay? So to me, that's why I'm making this video. That is the core point. Now, if someone wants to provide to me some example, some evidence that that is entirely fabricated and that she did not call the cops, I'd like to see it, because she admits in this video that she calls the cops. And she also posts this Google Drive link of, you know, just exposing people's suicide notes. I don't, like, that's to me, like, that's insane to me. So again, people have asked me to cover this. This is my covering of it. I think this bitch is insane. Now, again, I'm willing to listen to any possible defense. I'm willing to do that. But I say this, I don't know who this person is. I was apparently on a show where this person is a host. She was not on the show that I was on. That caused me to get tangentially involved in some, like, you know, and I'm not saying that people are, like, sending me thousands of messages, but I'm saying, like, I got... You know, I completely didn't look at the internet for several weeks, and when I came back, I had at least 10, 15 people saying, you need to talk about this, you know. And in my little circles, you know, having like 50-odd viewers, that's a good percentage points, so I decided to look into it. And I just want to say, I don't care if I'm burning in any bridges. I don't care if I'm not allowed on any shows because of this video. I saw this video, I watched this video of her admitting that she called the cops on someone after exposing their own mental health crisis. To me, that's a cancellation, all right? That's a cancellation, so that's my opinion. If you want to watch a 7-hour video essay, go watch Demon Mama's 7-hour video essay. Go watch any other one of these people, these streamers' 7-hour video essays. I'm not doing a 7-hour let's react to someone else reacting to someone else reacting to someone else reacting to someone else's video where they react to someone else's... Like, I'm not doing that shit. That's not the game that I'm in. But I wanted to make a statement on this because I guess I'm tangentially related. I don't know. Not really. But I was also, like, less than that, more so. I was just so deeply offended that this person exists. And to me, honestly, this is indefensible behavior. So again, I don't care if I'm burning any bridges. This bitch deserves to be canceled. And I don't say that lightly. I'm a very lenient person, right? I'm a very lenient person. You can pretty much do anything and I don't really give a shit. But I draw the line at calling the cops on someone and publishing their suicide note to, by the way, 1.5 million people. Like, I'm just saying this, man. That is insane. All right, that is insane. Now, you can go into the nitty-gritty about why is she flying like 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds to her secret house where she is like buying them a bunch of gifts and then, like, you know, stealing all their shit behind. Like, that's a whole separate thing to me. That's not as relevant as attempted murder. Okay, the way I see it, calling the cops on someone who told you in confidence they were planning to use a gun to kill themselves, calling the cops on them is attempted murder. You shot the gun, and purely by magic, the bullet missed. That is how I interpret this situation. And to me, I just want to make it very clear, I do not allow this kind of behavior in left-wing spaces. Anywhere where I'm on, that is not okay. You cannot call the cops on someone who is suicidal. I'm sorry. Do not pass go. Get the fuck out of here. And again, this video, I just want to be very clear. Now, one of the other reasons why I'm making this video and instead of doing like just a sidebar is I want the ad revenue. There's 1 million views on this video. While we're in the market, let's make some money, okay? So I know that this video, people are going to click on it. They're going to be disappointed that this isn't a 15-hour video essay. That's fine. Whatever. I've already got their views. But you can search. There's a bunch of people involved. I'm not going to give you the play-by-play. That's not my place. I don't really know it. But this person admits in this video, I could have got the timestamp. I chose not to because I don't even want to post the suicide note on this video, even for, like, it's gross, okay? She proudly says that, like, she called the cops for a wellness check. Now, talk about liberal landlord 1984 language. Calling the cops on someone who is suicidal is not a wellness check. That is attempted murder. Okay? That is attempted murder. Once again, someone tells you they are going to kill themselves. Someone tells you they have a gun and they're going to use that gun. You call police on them. I don't know, man. Maybe you shouldn't abuse them in the first place. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten involved in their personal friend groups and gotten their friends to hate each other. I don't know, man. But the idea that you would call cops on someone who has a gun and is having a mental health crisis, to me, is absurd. Now, again, you can go into the nitty-gritty. She stole this person's shit. She stole this person's, like, YouTube play button, which to me is really funny. It's like, I can't imagine stealing a smaller YouTuber's YouTube play button. Like, to me, I don't know, man. Like, I saw that part and I was like, can you imagine that? Like, imagine you have 1 million subscribers on YouTube and you steal some little guy's YouTube play button, the silver one, you know, the one that's like the size of an M&M. I mean, again, we're talking about some crazy ass bitch. So I want to make it very clear, pending any, like, if everyone involved says we completely made it up for clout, then all right, you know what? You got me, you know? You got me, all right? If everyone involved in the Sad Milk extended cinematic universe says we made this up for attention, you know what? Respect. Fair. But outside of that, I just want to be very clear. I do not endorse this person. I don't want to be anywhere near this person. And please click on the ads. Am I allowed to say that? I remember that used to be against the rules. Never mind. Don't click on anything unless you really like the product. But there you go. So that's my opinion on the iilluminaughtii situation. Unfortunately, I now know who this person is. And that to me, like, I am offended, less so about everything else and more so that people, now that I know who this person is, I don't want to know who this person is. So there you go. So people were asking, there it is. Share the video and I hope I get some money out of it. I definitely will. So there you go.